Hi, my name is Jennifer Evans. I'm the ELA consultant at St. Clair County RESA, and we are starting a new project called Guided Reading by the Month, where we will have kindergarten through 5th grade teachers videotape a guided reading lesson as they progress through the school year, so that you will be able to see what the teachers do in the beginning of the year and how they set up the routines and procedures, all the way through what's taking place as students learn the work that they are applying in guided reading into their independent practice. So we hope you enjoy this episode of Guided Reading by the Month.
We are going to first talk about our read to self. We've been doing really well with read to self, haven't you?
Yep.
Yes, you have. Now, why do we do read to self? There's 2 reasons why we do read to self. We talk about this each day. What's one of them, Ashlyn?
You'll be a better reader.
If you do read to self every day, you are definitely going to become a better reader. That's right. And why else do we do it, Jude?
Because you want to be good at reading.
You definitely want to be good at reading, and this will help you be better at reading. And there's another reason why we do read to self each day. Owen?
Because you have fun.
Exactly. When you get to pick books that you like to read about, you get to have fun reading them, don't you? Okay. So just to review before we talk about our stamina for today, we're going to review what you do as the student. We haven't talked about what Miss Davis does yet, have we? Not yet. So while you're doing this, you're going to read the whole time. The whole time. You're going to stay in one spot. No wiggles. You're going to read quietly. And remember we talked yesterday about when you read, that if you have to read out loud, because sometimes when Miss Davis... Exactly. Read out loud. That's exactly right. Oh goodness, no. So you're just going to read it quietly. If you need to read it out loud, some of us can read in our heads. How many of you can read in your head? How many of you like to read with a whisper voice? Okay. Either way is okay. We just want to make sure we're quietly reading so that we're not bothering anyone around us. We're going to get started right away. Remember, Miss Davis is checking to make sure you're in the right spot first still, because we're picking our own spots, but once Miss Davis says start, you can go ahead and start reading right away. And we're going to work on building our stamina. Remember we talked about those marathon runners. Do they go out the first day and run 26 miles? No. So we're going to turn to our stamina page and see how far we've come so far. Remember, my goodness, over a week ago, we were just a minute and a half. And then we came back. Exactly. 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. We skipped 13. We went right to 14 and 15. So guess what our goal is for today? 16 minutes.
What are you going to say?
We're going to try for 16. Remember, we're just building our stamina step by step. Now, when you're in your spot, you're going to remember the things from the other page. You're going to start reading. You're going to be reading the entire time. What if you end up reading all the books in your book box? Do you say, Miss Davis, I'm done?
No, you read them again.
Who can tell me what you do?
Read them again.
Elena.
You read them all again.
Read them all again. That's exactly right. And remember, we did talk about the 3 ways you can read a book, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe if you've read them one way, you could go back and read them
The other way.
a different way. Okay. Remember, you can read the pictures, you can read the words, or you could retell the story. You can look back through the story and retell it to yourself. Okay? So any of those are fine. We're probably going to be working on the first 2 because some people just got new books yesterday and today. So here's what I would like us to do. Our goal is 16 minutes. Do you think you can do it?
Yeah.
Turn and tell the person on one side of you, we can do this.
We can do this.
Turn and tell the person on the other side, we got this.
We got this.
Okay, here's what I would like you to do, please. We've tried out different spots in the room. I want you to try a spot you haven't been in before. Maybe if you were on the rug up there before, you can come on the rug over here. Or maybe if you've never been back on that rug, you want to try over there. But when you get to your spot, set your book box down, but don't take any books out yet because Miss Davis has to do a real quick check and make sure everybody's in a good spot. Okay. Let's go ahead and quietly find a spot, please. We're good back here. I love how we turned different ways on this rug. That's awesome. Okay, the only thing I would say is, Ava, since there's all this room over here, why don't you just slide down a little more? And I like how we've turned different ways. That's awesome. Okay. Boys and girls, everybody has found a great spot to be in. So what I would like us to do, remember we're going to try to build our stamina just one more minute. And we're going to read to self the entire time. Thumbs up if we can do this. You may begin. Let's think about how we just did during our read to self time. On your heart, so no one else can see but Miss Davis, you're going to give yourself a 1 if you think you did a great job, a 2 if you think you did everything but there was something you could do a little better, or a 3 if you just weren't doing anything you were supposed to do. Go ahead and show me on your heart what you think you did today. Jane, turn around, please. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. You can go ahead and put your hands down. Miss Davis saw a lot of 1s and a couple of 2s, which is honest, which I appreciate. Because sometimes there's always something we could be working on, right? Who saw something our class did well during Read to Self time today? What did we do well? Elena? Yeah, it was very quiet. Nobody's talking to their friends during Read to Self. That was awesome. Jaden? Nobody was moving. Everybody stayed in their spot. I think the only thing I saw was Ava, who's got a little bit of a cold, got a Kleenex real fast and went right back to her spot. Did I see that? Yeah, awesome. Did she meander around the room and take her time? No. Some of you probably didn't even notice because you were reading. She got up quickly, got a tissue, took care of it, and went right back to her spot. What else did we do well? Natalie? Weren't looking, yes. Not looking around. That's awesome. Jude, what else did we do well?
We didn't talk to nobody.
You didn't talk to anybody, that's right. Ellen, what else did we do well?
We were reading the whole time.
Reading the whole time from beginning to end. Amaya?
We were looking around the class.
Exactly. You were focused on what you were doing. That's great. Skyly?
When we were building our stamina, we were reading.
Exactly. You were building that stamina. Are you curious as to how you did? You think we did it?
Yeah.
Not sure? Think we did?
Yeah.
Take a look at the first number.
16 minutes, 1 second.
16 minutes and 1 second. So we're going to add that to our stamina. We have to add a 16 minutes up here. And we're going to make our bar 16. Turn your neighbor on your one side and say, good job.
Good job.
Turn your neighbor on the other side and say, I knew we could do it.
I knew we could do it.
Exactly. So today is Tuesday. So boys and girls, again, we're trying to build our stamina 1 step at a time, and this looks like stairs, doesn't it? Yep. Okay, that's what we're just trying to do, like that marathon runner. Add a mile, add a minute each time.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Guided Reading by the Month. We'll see you next time.